Hi, today I'm going to be kicking off the first in a multi-week series on how paid advertising for my book actually went when I tested it late last year. I'll share with you what I learned along the way. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and independent publisher, and I love sharing all things about self-publishing with you. Before I get into the details of today's topic, please make sure that you're subscribed. This means that every week when I release new videos, you'll get updated as I share more about my journey in self-publishing and being a career author. Before I get started, I will say I really dig into the differences between other forms of marketing and paid advertising and book marketing for the first-time author. But for the purposes of this video, what you need to know is that when I refer to ads or advertising, I'm referring to paid marketing. Everything else would be considered organic. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I did with Amazon advertising. It's now called the Advertising Console. It is no longer called AMS. A lot of authors will still refer to it as AMS or Amazon Marketing Services, but that name has changed. So when I got started and decided, okay, I'm actually going to start to advertise, I did take Dave Chesson's course. I'll have the link to that below. He has a free 5-day e-course on Amazon advertising. It was really helpful, but I decided that it was finally time to take my book promotions to the next level. So by the end of 2019, all of my promotion had been organic, and I had been listening to a lot of podcasts on business and development and leadership. And one phrase I kept hearing over and over is, what got you here isn't going to get you there. And so I knew I needed to try something new. So if you're like me and you are frugal and you're reluctant to sink any money into advertising when you already feel like you have a lot of expenses with your books, then this is going to be a video for you to watch. So I tested small, and that is totally an acceptable option. So I've not done ads to get me where I am right now with Amazon. I did some PPC ads on Goodreads to get Nail Biters, my very first book, in front of some potential readers at the time. That was back in 2016. They don't even do these ads anymore. I spent $5 on that campaign at 25 cents a click. I didn't really see a lot of correlation though between people adding the book as to read on their shelves and actually getting sales. So that wasn't a big win for me. I was hesitant to put money into something just because taking Dave Chesson's course, he says create 600 keywords and launch with at least 200 to 300 campaigns. Well, then I did the math. So if each of those campaigns have a max $5 budget, which is actually like the minimum to set for your daily budget is $5. Like some people go beyond that. So I was like, okay, if every campaign can spend up to $5 a day, then that could be $1,000 in one day. That would just be gone. So if your ad text isn't right or your book page isn't right, that money could just go down the drain. I was not willing to do that. So I know Amazon wants my money. I know that they are going to give some algorithm juice when I get the advertising going, but it's a lot to swallow when I sell my ebooks for $3.99. I'm making $2.75 per book on those royalties. That would be a lot of book sales to justify that big of a spend. So that was a big concern that I had going in. I would have to sell a lot of books to cover that cost, but since I'm now a full-time author and entrepreneur, I knew back in 2019 that I had time to be able to monitor the ads closely, and that this could be a game changer. This could be something different to kind of catapult me to that next level. So I'm going to be documenting my journey of trying to figure out these ads, and I'll let you know what I learned along the way. But here are the things I really want you to take away from this first part of this case study, and that's getting into the mindset of doing ads after resisting them for so long. I know some authors will write their book and immediately just dive into ads, and some people are really comfortable with that, but I know some people who are like me and they take the slow organic route. And so if that's you, if you've been resisting ads for a while, I want you to take some of these tips that I did. So I talked with other authors who found success with ads, and I asked them what did work and what didn't work. So I wanted to know before I put money into it. And that's what I said. It's like, hey, my success to date hasn't been with ads at all. What do you think I should do? Or I was thinking of trying this strategy. Would that make sense? So just asking those questions, I found that more people were willing to give me an answer and like help me save money because everybody understands that desire to save money and not waste money. So that was really helpful. I listened to a lot of podcasts on this topic specifically for Amazon advertising for books to learn the best practices to really get a feel for what's normal, what's not normal. And I also got comfortable with the idea that the ads would lose money before they ever made anything back, because I was going to need to optimize, knowing like the second that I launch it, these are not going to be selling gangbusters. They're not going to be the perfect ad the first time around. So I had to get mentally comfortable with, okay, I'm all right losing this amount of money for 0 sales because it's a learning opportunity. It's a chance for me to optimize. And then hopefully in the back end, I'll earn that back. So I set a finite amount that I could stand to lose, just have that money gone without panicking. And I think that was the biggest thing for me to overcome in this first thing, which was just getting comfortable with the idea of advertising. So that is what I would like you to do if you're really thinking about getting this started. Before you dive into keywords and categories and ad copy and all those things, really take time to do your research, learn as much as you can about it, ask other authors. When you start doing this, you want to feel like you have some degree of expertise. Otherwise, you're going to try it once. You're going to say, well, I didn't really know what I was doing. You're just going to quit after one go of it, instead of saying, oh, like I should have been trying this. Oh, here's the next optimizations I know I'm going to make if this doesn't work. So you're really going to set yourself up for success when you do this front work of the research, getting comfortable with it, and also setting in your mind what money you can walk away from if those first few ad optimizations don't work. So if you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and leave some questions in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. That lets YouTube know that you're getting value from these videos. You want to be here when I release new ones, and it helps to get this in front of other authors like us. So now you can get back to writing your book.